In this video, we are going to see how the software is going to perform its simulation. That means how the software is going to solve an FEA problem using finite element method. So, this can be seen as a simple flowchart of operations, or let us say steps that are taking place whenever we are using any FEA software or FEM software. It may be any FEM software. This is the generalized workflow. So what is the first step or the major step? So here, first of all, what the users will do, they will try to give the geometry, they will give the boundary conditions, they will provide the other conditions. So already we know geometry means it can be given in number of formats. So using different kinds of CAD softwares, we can produce a number of CAD models. Some of the few examples are .stp file format, .iges file format, and there are other lot of native file formats relating to the software itself. So first of all, once the user created the geometry, we will get that geometry and get it into the FEM software which we are using. Then we will be supplying what are known as the boundary conditions and loading conditions. And in addition to loading and boundary conditions, we also need to specify other things like with what material this particular object or body or assembly is made up of, and are there any contacts, or let us say, are there any other special conditions that we need to give in addition to boundary conditions or not. We are going to provide it to the software. Once we finish providing all these critical information to the software, now the software comes into role. So what it will do? First, the software will take all the inputs and convert all the inputs that are given by the user into mathematical models, and this is where the technique of FEM will be applied, finite element method will be applied. So before converting this into a mathematical model, what the user has to do? The user has to do what is known as a meshing. So this meshing also, we will give all the controls and the requirements to the software, and this particular meshing also will be done by the software. But whatever the requirements are there, what are the defaults and other options, as a user we are supposed to tell the computer. And once we do all these things, after meshing, a mathematical model will be created, and this mathematical model depends on type of analysis and type of algorithm that you are using, type of analysis and type of solution algorithm you are using. Once the software has successfully generated the mathematical model, then what it will do, it will use different solution methodologies to solve the mathematical model and try to find out different selected parameters at selected points. So these selected points are nothing but the nodes. So where are we going to form nodes? In the meshing process, we are going to convert the CAD model into the meshed model. This is where the selected points will be created, and the software will be trying to solve and find out the selected parameters at the selected points. And remember, these selected parameters also depend on type of analysis you are performing. Let us suppose you are performing structural analysis. So the selected parameter will be nothing but the displacement, and from displacement we have a relation between displacement and stress and displacement and strain. So from displacement we are going to get strain values, and from strain values we are going to get what are known as the stress values. So these all relations, how to solve these relations, everything will be inbuilt into the software itself. So it will create all the required results based on the user request, and once it creates all the results, then it will give out the results in different formats such as contour plots and different kinds of plots, as well as result values and additional plots. So this is where the user asks the computer to show him whatever the results that he got at this particular stage in the format which he wants. This is the format which user wants, which user understands. So this mathematical model is nothing but the representation of the physical problem. And in addition to all of these things, we have two more stages called as verification and validation stages. So we are going to learn about those in the further lectures. So in addition to all of these things, as I already told you, when we are trying to simulate a physical model in terms of a mathematical model, we also need to take some conditional assumptions as well as physical property assumptions. So what are different examples for this? Let us suppose I am taking a cantilever beam and I am trying to analyze this cantilever beam using FEM. So the first and foremost assumption is this cantilever beam is made up of a continuous homogeneous material, without any defects. So this is one of the major type of assumption that we take across all types of or most types of analysis. And based on the type of analysis and based on the solution algorithm you select, the assumptions which we take might vary. This is what is the basic procedure that the software follows for solving any particular problem. It may be fluid problem, it may be structural problem, it may be thermal problem, and whatever the kind of a problem it may be.